So now we have to have some water for cooling, actually. I should probably put my reactor down first, I guess. I don't know. Couldn't hurt. Okay. So now... Wish you could stack buckets even though it doesn't physically make sense. Oh, no, I can't get that in the corner. Alright. So one thing I had to fight with is the fact that, whoa, wireless redstone does not like water. As soon as water touches a wireless redstone receiver, it drops. So that pretty much sucked. So I had to combat that by making it so the water doesn't touch this completely. So the receiver I needed for this. Now the question is, I think if I just do that and that, okay. And then this, haha. And let's set this to 100. So ideally we'll have a door there, but considering it's all bugged out, it's not going to happen right now. Do I have any stone brick? I had some stone brick. Where did it go? Alright. So we have the reactor set up, we have the power switch set up, we have no roof on it, so if this thing explodes then I'm toast. Because in my test world it exploded and it pretty much leveled my entire vault. It was really friggin' bad. Okay, so we need the MFSU. Don't need this right this second. And we're gonna need this. Just so you know, if I blow any of this stuff up, I'm cheating it back because it took too freaking long to make it. I have no shame in saving myself 3 hours of work. Okay, so... pretty sure the input on the MFSU is the one with the texture. It better be, that's all I can say. Now, one thing I forgot to do is make high voltage cables. Okay. So I'll have to make some high voltage cables for here. And then, let's see, left the bat box over here. LV bat, okay. I can't remember which one is the output on this, so I guess we'll find out. Now in my testing I did 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this feller. I think that's how it went. Well, that's how it's gonna go, and if it blows up, then yeah, it's gonna suck. So, let's see. High voltage cable. I had everything laid out, and then I knew I was gonna forget something. Question is, do I have refined iron to make it? Yes. I don't know how much I need. Sure, 21's fine. Can't believe how much it rains in this game. I think it's because when you turn this off, it doesn't actually reset any like timer or something. So you turn the rain off, but then it just keeps trying to rain and rain and rain until it finally does finish raining. That's my theory anyway. Actually, before I go down there, I better make sure I can make some of this stuff first. 12. Need to insulate the freaking hell out of it. Oh yeah. 4, I think that's as big as it goes. Alright. See, the thing about the energy is that even though the reactor puts out around 40 EU a tick, the gold cable will hold 128 per tick. So that can hold it fine. But once it gets into this outputs at 512 a tick. So basically it will save up the 128. They call them packets. So you get 128, then you get 256, blah 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 until you get to 512. Then once you get to 512, then it'll spit out one 512 packet to this. And then this will spit out whatever medium voltage 128, I think. It'll spit out like 4. I think it's 4 packets. So yeah, that probably didn't make any friggin' sense, but it made sense to me. That's just why, because I mean, to most people you probably see it's like, why are you going from a medium voltage cable and all of a sudden you randomly need a high voltage cable in between like these two medium voltages? And that's just because this is outputting at 512, whereas this, depending on how many nuclear or uranium cells you put in it, is going to output a different amount of power. So this is going to output about 40, so 40 is enough to handle 128. Then this is going to save up those 128s until it gets a 512, and it's going to spit out a 512, which is too much for gold, so you have to put high voltage on it. And then once the 512 gets to this transformer, it's a medium voltage transformer, so it takes this high voltage, transforms it down to medium voltage, and then sends it down here. I mean, you know, I could just like take this line and run it all the way down to that, but the whole purpose of this is to save up 10 million EU. It's a battery, so I can store the stuff. And then I'm gonna shut up, thunder! Holy crap! I'm gonna wire this into a switch that automatically turns off the reactor when these are full. So first of all, when this is full, it's gonna output a redstone signal that turns off this, and then when I get another one over here, it's gonna have an AND gate, so that when they're both full, they both output a redstone signal, and then when they're both full, they turn off the reactor. That's basically the theory. So, I have everything wired up, probably backwards, and as soon as I turn this on, everything is just going to explode in a big blaze of glory. So, yeah, let's hope nothing bad happens. So I need 2 of these, I need all of these, 2 of these. Actually, no. Before I set up the reactor, I need to have a switch on it. Actually, this is what we'll do. I'm going to make a temporary switch for testing right here. How can I do this? Do I have any sticks or switches? No sticks. Okay, let's go back up here again. I really need to expand my vault a little bit down to here with a pipe so I can request stuff down there. Okay, so transmitter, It was all the stuff to make the transmitter. Got my lever, okay. This is going to be a temporary switch, I think, anyway. I'm just gonna put it right here. So that was a transmitter, okay. Lever. So we put the transmitter here. Put the lever here. And this is a 100. So if I set this to 100. Sweet. Okay. So now we can set up the reactor. And basically, I just went online and I found a design on the forum, the Industrial Craft forum, because I don't really feel like trying to reinvent the wheel here. But I can just go download the design. Okay, and then we put this guy here, this guy here. Nothing exploded, that's a good sign. We're also not getting any power. That's probably because we're backwards, aren't we? There it goes. I like actually cringe when I had to wrench that. Wicked. So basically, if you put your mouse on these, you can see where it says coolant cell 30206:34. As that goes up, that's, well, it's actually internally to Minecraft, it's the damage value of the item, but you can use it for purposes of looking at the temperature. You can also look at this thing here, the green bar below it. Once that gets down to 0, then this thing is useless and I think it will just destroy itself. But I think what I can do with this one is it doesn't have it on the design, but I can put another coolant cell right here. And I think that actually helps a lot. But yeah, so that's that. And I can turn it off like that. Sweet Jesus. So we have a nice nuclear reactor. It's not a very extravagant nuclear reactor, but it's a nuclear reactor nonetheless. And then as I want to, I can put chambers on the sides of it to expand it, but I really don't think I'll need that. I don't have enough uranium to really have the capability of supplying that much of a reactor. Okay, so show what we're going to do now. Yeah, $100. Okay. Whoa! That was awesome. Hello? Good thing I'm on peaceful mode. Okay. So I put that there. We're gonna do 101. So we wrote that 101 is MFSU. And this is going to emit if full. See right there. So once this fills up, which is probably never going to happen, I'll run out of uranium before I fill this up. Well, not necessarily. 10 million. In my reactor, I think, according to the website that I'm using, will output 8 million EU out of these. So these two uranium cells will output 8 million. So that will almost fill this up. But anyway, once that's full, it's going to send out a redstone signal, which is going to hit this transmitter, and it's raining again. Oh my god, are you kidding? And it will transfer that signal to wherever the receiver is that's set to 101. So this is where we go set up the receiver. Think if I'm forgetting anything here. I don't think so. Okay. Let's head over to the control tower. Alright, let's hope that I've actually staged everything properly here. A transmitter, red lamp. Of course I didn't stage everything properly, I'm missing a friggin' switch. I will never win. Yeah. What can I do? I got cobble. I have an axe. I don't have a tree. No, yeah. I don't know if I can cut down those trees. Please, 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 no. Please, 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 no. Why is there no freaking trees over here? Well, I'm gonna go try and cut down one of these trees. I don't know if it'll work, but we're gonna find out. Hey, doesn't work with tree capitator, but it actually cut down the tree. All that for some freaking sticks. For a lever. Probably missing like 100 other things, so it's probably pointless. Probably gonna have to go back to the vault anyway. Okay. So here's what I was talking about earlier with the basement thing. I don't know if I should put the control tower up here, or if I should put it in the basement. I think I'll put it up here. It just seems like something so sensitive, quote unquote sensitive, should be away from the main floor. So that's what I'll do. Don't know exactly where I'm gonna put it. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is the middle. I don't really care about middle this way, but okay. Got my redstone alloy stuff. I've got my levers, my lamps, transmitter, receiver. Now, let's do this. Can't remember how many blocks I needed. I need to have a block here, here. Think I can do it like this. Duh. How did I do this before? I think that's what I did. This is going to be for one MFSU, and the other one's going to be for the other MFSU. Dar. Oh. Okay, so yeah. Yeah, but $100. So here's how I picture it. Standing in front of the nuclear reactor. So this is the MFSU that's already there. This is the one that will be there eventually. So this is what I'm going to wire up, this light here. This light should come on when that MFSU is full. Should. Theoretically. So the transmitter. How do I wire this up? I did it so that I could do that. See, that doesn't work. That does. Okay, and this is supposed to be 100. And then we have a receiver. Like this. So I think I can simulate this by turning that on. No, I can't. So this has to be 110, 101. Okay. So now what happens is when that gets a signal, so when this MFSU turns on over wherever it is, it sends a signal to this, lights this up. It's going to send a signal to this and light up that red lamp, and it's also going to send a signal around here and activate that switch like that, which is going to turn the reactor off, theoretically. And it would be nice to have a lamp here that says the reactor is running. But I don't have a lamp. I'll probably do that off camera. But I just wanted to do the basics of it. Leave all the touch-ups and stuff for off camera. So that concludes the basics of the reactor, I think. I'll probably just, like I said, touch it up and make sure everything actually works. I don't see why none of this won't work, so you should be able to use this. Just make sure you test it before you actually put it into production. I don't take any responsibility for anyone's freaking nuclear explosions. Okay, so let's see. If we turn this off,